Let's talk about red flags that literally no one else is talking about inside of Christian dating. My name's Kelly. I'm a dating and relationship coach, and along with my husband, we have helped thousands of women towards the healthy love that they want, and using this principle that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So let's just get right into it. So when you search through YouTube or any other social media platform, there's a lot of people talking about red flags and green flags, and sometimes it's contradicting, and sometimes it's not in alignment with the Bible. And you might be left wondering, what do I actually focus on? Or am I supposed to go into dating with a super long list of all the red flags I'm supposed to be watching out for? It can be confusing, it can be overwhelming, and honestly, I find that it can be more hurtful towards your love life than helpful. So let's reorient this and get this into clarity, because of course it's important to be able to spot and avoid red flags, because you want to be able to get into a healthy and aligned relationship. And here is the key to spotting red flags and avoiding unhealthy connections. Stop searching for red flags in others and start searching for and avoiding the red flags within yourself. I know this might flip everything that you've known on its head, but let me read a Bible verse to deepen this, and then we'll expand on what I mean. This is from Matthew 7:3. And why worry about a speck in your friend's eye when you have a log in your own? How can you think of saying to your friend, "Let me help you get rid of that speck in your eye," when you can't see past the log in your own eye? Hypocrite. First, get rid of the log in your own eye, then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye. So let's replace friend here with person that you're dating. And what we see Jesus saying here is, if you are looking outwards and noticing the speck in all the men's eyes that you are dating, but missing the log in your own eye, then you will be a hypocrite, and then you will be missing the point, really. So let's first look at the log within all of our own eyes, and then we can look to the specks or the red flags in the eyes of the people that we're dating. And so what I want to share with you about this is something that I did while dating, and it was so transformative. I used to always be in unhealthy relationships, situationships. This was long before coming to Christ, long before getting connected to my faith, and I was just cycling around in unhealthy dynamics again and again and again. And it wasn't until I got connected with God, actually, and learned this principle of focusing on myself and my flaws first. And so I literally wrote down a list of 25 plus of my red flags. And before going on dates, I would check that list. I would make sure they were fresh in my mind and notice if I was falling into my own red flags. And if I was, I would correct it, or maybe even look at the deeper reason that was coming up for me. So let me just read a list of potential red flags you can spot within yourself, and then I can tell you more about that. Okay, so here we go. We have lying to be liked. And how often do people, while they're dating, give little white lies because they want to seem like they're interested in what the other person's interested in? And that actually is a lie. That is a red flag. Losing friends when you meet someone you like because you stop prioritizing friendship. Falling behind in work because you meet someone you like. Giving up parts of yourself or your life because the person you're dating doesn't like them. Compromising on your boundaries because the person you're with or the person you're dating doesn't agree with them. Or even blaming someone else, right? Blaming the person you're dating without looking at your part. Now, this is just a small list of red flags, and you can expand and deepen on this yourself if you decide to take on this practice. But let me tell you what happens when you pay attention to your own red flags instead of searching for others. And I'll tell it through my story. So when I started doing this, one of my red flags was agreeing with people or saying yes to things when I didn't actually want to do them because I just wanted to be liked. And so while I was dating, I'd notice that urge come up to just say yes to extending a date or doing something that I didn't want to do just because I wanted to be liked. But when I'd notice that urge come up, my own red flag, I would check in with myself and then do my own internal work to be honest. with the person that I was dating. Now, when I was honest with them, it was beautiful because it actually took care of some of the red flags that I didn't end up needing to spot within them. So when I was honest and I'd say no to extending a date or maybe going further in physical intimacy than I was comfortable with, it would repel some men. Maybe some men who were looking for something casual, or men who just weren't in alignment with me. So what happened is I grew as a person. I got to spot and correct my own red flags. I avoided men who weren't in alignment with me or men who actually had their own red flags. I didn't really have to worry about that because they were just filtering themselves out. And eventually I got into a relationship, my first healthy relationship of my life, with this incredible man who's now my husband. So this really works. It doesn't just work for me, although I'm giving you this example. We have done this with thousands of women who are inside of our programs and workshops. So if you want to learn more about this from me and my husband, we're holding a free workshop. The button will pop up on the page in just a minute for you to sign up, check it out. We'd love to have you there and to teach you some more. So before we end this video, I would love for you to leave a comment below. Let me know your biggest takeaway, and I will see you next time.